Marcellus Sports Shooting Stars will bring the game to you. I'm here with my first ever five-time visitor, Coach Gerry Yonchiuk. Coach, man, congratulations. You made it to Cinco 5 times on the show.
You must be really struggling to try to find people to go on this show if you need my ugly mug 5 times.
Yeah, well, it's paying the bills. We'll just say that. It's paying the
Okay.
bills. So, but I should say the undefeated 3-0 coach, you're coming in with a 38 win streak in the YAI double A, but I know what you're going to say. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is the Spring Grove Rockets, also 3-0, coming to your home field this Friday, coach. What's the thoughts and the vibes in the locker room coming to this big heavyweight matchup Friday night?
Well, I think our guys know they got to play well. If you just show up and try to go through the motions, we'll get beat. If we go through and really play hard and take it personal, then it should be a hell of a football game.
Well, it is a matchup of matchups. Carter Scappa, the Scappa report, pointed out to me that the Rockets are number one in the ground game and the Panthers number one in the air game. It sounds a little bit backwards there. You would think the Rockets would be in the air, but whatever. But the Rockets, that running attack over 350 yards a game, coach. What's the thoughts on how you're going to stop that?
Well, it starts with them. They're really good up front, and they have four returning starters and a 4-year starter in the center who's going to VMI. He's a great player. So we have to kind of counterbalance that with what we do offensively. It's totally two different extremes. I mean, we'll throw the heck out of it. We like to run, but we'll throw it and make you run sideline to sideline, and they're going to pound it down your throat and make you go end zone to end zone, I guess. So it's just a little bit different matchup in the dynamics of it. So they play to their strength, which is their O line and their backs that they have, and we play to our strength because we have some tremendous wide out skill guys and a great quarterback.
I didn't want to break the secret when I was talking to Coach Trone, but I did let him know about Brendan Smith. And, I think he heard of the guy. Five
Sure.
total touchdowns last week. Amazing, coach. Was that one of the biggest games you ever seen from one of your players in just one game like that?
Yeah, and actually he had six, and we had a
Oh,
really bad holding call. And it was a hold. It wasn't like, oh, the official blew it. No, we held the guy that we didn't even need to. And it was off a scramble drill, and Brooklyn hit him wide open in the end zone. So he would have had six touchdowns. He did, but that one didn't count. So
wow.
to have the ones receiving, this year he's at just a different level. When he's running his routes and the things that he does, and it's really, really good to see. And the extra 20 pounds that he put on and, his ability to come in and out of a break. I mean, he's a really talented guy.
Well, I know going over to special teams, how's the kicker? Because I know when we did the game a couple weeks ago, your field goal kicker, Ryan Brown Jr. was doing kicks. Is he healthy now? Your normal kicker? Or?
Brady Burt is our new guy.
Okay.
So Brady's a talented guy. He's only a sophomore, and he was kicking the ball himself 6 yards into the end zone this summer. Now we'll see how he does coming back off this injury. But Matthew, when he left here, said Brady will be better than me when this is all said and done. And that was a very honest and humbling comment because he realizes the upside that Brady Burt has. So we can't wait to get him back.
Wow, that's quite the
That's Matthew
statement there.
saying, not even me, so I'm just repeating what he said, but I think he truly believed it. And you could see how Brady's developing, and he's going to be a real good one.
Well, big shout out to Matthew Parker up there at Penn State. We're thinking of you, big fans over here as well. Which I know you coming in 3-0. Anybody on the team that's just, I know you got superstars, but looking for someone that might have just really, I don't want to say shocked you, but really impressed you so far this season. That's been stepping up kind of out of nowhere, really helping you stay undefeated at this point.
I think one of the biggest influences on our defense is Dwayne Morgan. Everybody calls him Webby, and he has just been tremendous. Like the pick six he had against Manheim Township that went 89 yards, and he closes extremely quick. He brings it. It's like the old, he's going to bring the lumber. He's going to hit you, and a real smart, intelligent guy. The Naval Academy is actively recruiting him, so he would be the defensive side of the ball guy that I think has really done a good, really nice job there. And Offensively, just the I want to say the work that John Tuttle, our offensive line coach, does. Like we go as Tuttle goes, and then our practice schedule I call it Tuttle's Troopers because John he's late 60s, and I've never been around an O-line coach that is as good as John, and I mean that sincerely. So when he can take your group and just get more than he should out of them, and they believe in them and they get better, that's really the drive that makes our offense go.
Wow, that's pretty awesome to hear there for sure. Well, I'm excited, as you know, Spring Grove. I grew up about 5 houses away from Coach Tom Trone, so we grew up playing backyard football. I could draw a play or two that we used to do in the sand and the dirt, coach. But I asked him like how much of back then goes into Fridays, preparing, and he said not much really, like in his own way. but
Sure.
but yeah, it's going to be an awesome one, coach, and really appreciate you jumping on. As you said, a 5-time, might even be 6. I have to go back and count, but still undefeated, coach. How do you tell? I mean, do you preach it to the kids at all? 38 games in a row with YAI, double A, but it's got to be one game at a time. Is there any words on that?
No, it's just really like I didn't know. I think I had told the guys the other day it was 33. Like yes, once you get, I guess, over a dozen games, it's pretty special. But eventually we know the streak's not going to go on forever. Streaks don't. But just basically go out and not try to beat Spring Grove. Don't beat ourselves. And that's no different than next week when we go to Southwestern. I'm going to say the same thing if we happen to win this week, or if we don't, then let's start off 1-0, but don't beat ourselves. And if we can do that and continue to improve and just, click with the run game as well as the pass game. Legend Johnson doesn't get enough credit, and he's a horse back there, and he gets more talented every week. His younger brother is right on his heels, has been a great defensive player for us. So when you have that mix and Legend's carrying the ball and then Brooklyn's spinning it all over the field, that makes us a tough out.
Yeah, and Legend, he got stronger as the game went on against Manheim Township. I mean, it's
Definitely.
and he had that one, I thought was a really good defensive play that knocked him out, the fumble, but you could see he ran angry after that. He
He
was so
was he
upset.
was PO'd. He really
Yeah.
was. And I told him, I said, our standard is we're not going to fumble, and we work probably as hard, if not harder, than everybody in the country at not turning the ball over. And we went 16 games 2 years ago without a fumble, consecutive games. So last year we fumbled it 5 times total in the season. 2 of them were on defensive returns. And they, probably the kind of like Legend, the guys were mad and ripped it out, but we shouldn't do that. So for him to get one, he ran like a guy possessed after that. He really did. There's a great picture of him holding the ball. We talk about how we practice it, and then we lock it when you get in that scrum, or all those, defenders coming through, and we take a lot of pride in doing that, because I tell the guys, I'm very honest, I said, guys, it's not a threat. It's just if you fumble it, I can't give it to you again, because it's not like basketball where you could possibly have 20 turnovers and still win by 20. You can't do that in football. So you have to protect the football. And the flip side of that, you have to take it away on defense.
Well, hats off to you, because the next possession, first thing you did was give the ball back to Legend, which showed your confidence in him, coach. And I saw a highlight of Deuce, his younger brother, getting his first catch, I believe, at varsity, ran over a poor defender. And, it's a lot of excitement. And I do want to shout out Webby, too, at that game you were talking about with that huge interception. That was the turning point of that game, coach. I mean, they were up.
They were going to ice it to put it away right there.
Exactly. I looked at the clock. I said, they're already up 2, I think. And if they score here and get it's going to be over. And boom, just like that, man, he just yanked it. I saw it coming. So, well, there's going to be more highlights going this Friday. We're telling you, get out there early. This could be a sell out. And if you don't make it, you can always watch it on Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game
stars. We bring the game to you.
Contact us, sportsshootingstars@gmail.com.